Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by Carice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
In the mix with DJ Mr. West. Hey! Hot 702.5. Hot 702.5. Hot 702.5.
Hot. All right. Welcome in. This is More Life with Mr. West. Hopefully we can get a little background music going. I am a licensed insurance broker and pre-need specialist right here in Las Vegas. And this show is all about education. The show is about education. It's about real conversations and helping you get more out of life by planning ahead so that you can focus on being present and living in the moment. If you ever want to reach out or just continue the conversation, if you have any questions about anything, you can reach me on Instagram at west.morelife. That's west.morelife. You can also reach me on Facebook at just Wes Wiley. It's WESWILEY. And reach out to me if you have a question about anything related to pre-arrangements for cremation or burial or life insurance or annuities or health insurance. This past series we ended pre-need arrangements, which pre-needs are that's pre-arrangement for cremation or burial. So we did a whole series on that, and now we're moving into life insurance. So life insurance. This series is going to basically be like the basics of life insurance. So this first show we're going to talk about what life insurance actually is. And then we're going to talk about why people get life insurance. We're going to talk about term life insurance. These are some of the different episodes. We're going to talk about permanent life insurance. We're going to talk about, then we're going to get into the whole life insurance and universal life insurance and index universal life variable life insurance. And then one of the more important shows will be about how much coverage you really need. And then because there's some confusion there. Some people think they need $1 million. Some people think they need $10 million. But there's a formula for that, and I want to be able to share that with you. And then we'll end this with common mistakes that people make when purchasing their insurance policies. But today's show is going to be about why people get life insurance. So before we dive into it, we always start the show with what did we do to get more out of life this week? And this weekend, I did something I've never done before. I went on a certain type of date. I went on a date. And it's a style of date I've never been on before. I'm kind of, this person always asks me, and I'm always like, I don't really want to do that. But I had to step out my box, man. I had to go and just try something new. So I went on a play date. I took my son on a play date with his friend and his friend's father. We just went to Ninja Kids. And they got to jump around and play basketball and, do all sorts of trampoline things and ride zip lines and all that kind of stuff. Before we did that, though, when we got there, they were having some private party that I didn't know about. So we went next door to this place called H Mart. And H Mart was actually pretty cool. I was like, okay, I've never been in here before. But it's more like Asian style grocery store. So they have a bunch of like that type of food in there, and then they had a bunch of like appliances and stuff in there. And they actually had a food court in there that we went in and we ate at the food court a little bit before going into Ninja Kids. So we went in Ninja Kids, hung out. The kids were having a good time. I got to talk to my kid's friend's dad, and we just pretty much talked about school and the plans that kids have for the summer, and plans that the kids have for the upcoming school year, which will be third grade for them. But I'll be happy to say, I made a friend. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids they hang out with each other. They call themselves best friends, and then his dad was pretty cool too. So it was a good time for both of us. But man, jump in the chat. Tell me what you guys did to get more out of life this week. What did you do? What made you feel good about the week? Let me know. I want to hear some ideas. Because I need to do some more stuff too. I've been thinking about going skydiving. I flew a plane last year, and nothing's been the same since I've done that. But maybe skydiving might be next. But let me know what you guys did, okay? I do want to give a shout out to Inspired Life. Inspired Life is the funeral home that I work very closely with. Go on Inspired Life, inspiredlife.com, and you can set a pre-arrangement there. Thank you. You can set a pre-arrangement there. You can set a meeting with me there if you wanted to go over cremations or burials, or if you have an existing plan and you want to go over that. I'll be more than happy to go over that with you. Also want to shout out ReviveLounge.com. Go on the website, ReviveLounge.com. Make a reservation, man. Come check the place out. It's a really cool vibe in here. So if you just need to take some time to just wind down, get all the craziness out of your face for a minute, this is the perfect place to come and do it. It's teas, it's mocktails, it's some light eats. It's a really good vibe in here, man. Bring a book, come chill, bring your laptop. Come, if you got to sit down and do your work or something like that, it's going to be a place where you could just chill, and it'll be a real cool place. So check out ReviveLounge.com as well too. All right. So a lot of people hear the term life insurance, but they don't really know what it is, because there's so many. I'm saying they don't know what it is because there's so many different things that are associated with it. There's all these different types of policies. There's all these different types of products, and then there's like accessories that they're called riders, but I'll use the word accessory because that's really what it is. But these accessories or riders, they go along with the insurance plan. But let's get into it. So, life insurance it's an agreement. It's a contract between you and an insurance company. So the life insurance policy says that if you pass away, then the insurance company is going to pay you money. That's at the core. They're going to pay you a face value, whatever value you and the agent set. So your payments are going to be called premiums. So this is something you pay monthly or quarterly or semi-annually or annually. You're gonna make these premium payments, and in exchange, the insurance company is going to pay a benefit to your chosen beneficiary when you pass away. So there's a couple of key concepts when you're getting an insurance policy that you're going to see. You're going to see something called a policy holder. You're going to see something called insured. So you'll see, and I have to say it like that because insured versus insured is two different things. Okay. And then there's a beneficiary, there's the death benefit, and then there are premiums, which we just talked about what premiums are. So the policy holder is the person that set up the policy. They're the one that's making the payment, the premium payments, however you set them up. The insured is the one that the policy is on. If that person passes away, the insured, then the policy pays out. So I will say this real quick because we talked about insured versus insured. The insured is a noun, insured is a verb. So when you hear an agent say that, just know that difference. The beneficiary is someone that you have assigned to receive the payout. That could be a person. It could be a trust account. It could be a business. And then there's the death benefit. So that's the amount of money or the benefit or the policy. What am I saying here? The death benefit is the cash payment that you're going to get when the insured passes away. And there's premiums. We already talked about premiums. Premiums are that's the payment that you're going to make. So at the very core of life insurance, it is designed to create financial protection for your beneficiary, for the people that you left behind. So that's at the very core. Now there's all these other things, and then there's investment features and all this other stuff that can go along with it. But at the essence, it's just designed to leave some money behind for your family. Now we're going to get into why people get life insurance. Some of the common reasons are for protecting family income. That's really a core. So, if you have a family, let's just say you're making $65,000-$70,000 a year, and you pass away, and let's just say you're the breadwinner. And you pass away, your family's gonna miss that money. They need to find a way to make up for the income that they've lost, since you've passed away. So that's what, and that's when insurance kicks in, and that's part of the formula how to calculate how much insurance you actually need. You got to consider, you have to consider your income, and then how long you want to be able to support your family. That's part of the formula. Another part is covering funeral expenses. You can assign a portion of your life insurance policy to cover funeral expenses, but you have to explicitly assign that. Okay. I think we talked about this before, but we had a case where a guy had life insurance. He passed away, but he owed child support. So child support came and got that money. But if he would have assigned a funeral home a specific amount of money and said, I want this funeral home to carry out my funeral expenses, then they would not have taken that. They would not have taken that portion. But the other part was unassigned. So they I don't know if they came and got it, but they held it up. So, but keep that in mind. You can assign a funeral home for a portion of your payout. Leaving money behind. You just want to leave some money behind. Maybe all your debt is paid off. You don't have any debt, and you just want to, you want to leave your family just a little gift so they can do whatever they want to do. Maybe they want to go buy a house. Maybe they want to go to Aruba. Maybe they want to buy a new car. Maybe they want to pay off some of their debt or start a business or something like that. And that's what life insurance is for. You just want to leave a little bit something behind for your family. Protecting children. Same thing. The kids need food. Kids need clothing. Kids are still going to school. Maybe you want to make sure that you cover their college expenses, their college tuition. That's another reason to get life insurance. Maybe you want or business or estate planning. Maybe you want to make sure that your business can continue to operate. That's another reason to get life insurance and make your business the beneficiary. But you got to make sure you have some strong people that are, going to be able to run your business after you're gone, because obviously they'll be responsible for the money at that point. But the key point with this is that life insurance is not about you, the insured. Okay, it's about the people that you're leaving behind, and a lot of people, they kind of hesitate on that, and people, they want to jump into these other insurance plans that have all these investment features and stuff like that because they want to benefit from the life insurance. But at its core, it's not for you. It's for your family. It's for your, the people that you leave behind. So start with the basic first, and then we can move into something else that has investment features. And that is totally possible. You can start with something as simple as a term plan, and some carriers or some insurance companies will allow you to move into a whole life policy, carry your premiums over, and move into a whole life policy and not have to do a health screening again. So those are options too. All right. So this next section is it's about insurance companies and how they determine risk. And then after this, we'll just jump into a little break. So the insurance companies, they evaluate risks. That's what they do. Some of the factors include age. How old are you? Are you young or old? If you're younger, the policies, the premiums will be cheaper. Someone who is, let's just say 18 years old versus someone who's 75, they both want $1 million policy. Well, okay, the $1 million policy for the 18-year-old, it might be $25 a month. But for the 75-year-old, it's going to be $800 a month. It's going to be something crazy. But so your premium, it does depend on your age. It depends on your health. Whether you're a healthy person or not. Let's just say this: health matters. Okay, so if you're a healthy person, then your premiums are going to be lower. If you're not healthy, then your premiums are going to be higher. So this kind of this ties into pre-planning. You don't want to wait until you're sick. You don't want to wait until you're in a hospice or your family member's in a hospice. You don't want to wait till somebody's almost dying before you start wanting to do this, because then the prices just get higher and higher and higher. Do this stuff while you're young. Do this stuff while you're healthy, and it'll be more affordable. Medical history is something that the insurance companies evaluate. They have records of your medical history, and they're going to go back and they're going to look at that. They're going to look at your family history. They want to know if you have a history of cancer, or if you have a history of whatever, any disease. They want to go see it, and they're gonna include that in their evaluation of your risk, and then that's going to determine how much premiums you pay. They're going to look at your lifestyle. They're going to ask you questions about your lifestyle, and they're going to seem a little less formal when they're asking you these questions. But when you're talking to these agents and you're talking to these underwriters, they're evaluating everything that you say. So, if you're a person that drinks all the time, then your rate is going to be high. If you drink, you smoke, your rate is going to be higher. So you have a higher risk of dying. If you're healthy, you go work out, you're part of a health community or something like that, your rate is going to be a little bit lower. Your occupation matters. If I used to work for a company, we delivered uniforms. That was a risky job because, we're in traffic, we're driving a truck around, we're jumping in and out of a truck, and it's a dangerous job. It can be dangerous. So a job like that versus a job where you're sitting at a desk all day, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're sitting at a desk, and it's just less risk. So they're going to look at what you do for a living. So the breakdown is, the lower the risk, the lower the premium typically is. And insurance companies are trying to predict risk over time. So that's why they kind of look at all this stuff. They want to see, they want to find out who's going to win the championship. So they're trying to predict, is this person living a lifestyle that's not going to afford them a long life, or are they somebody that is living a lifestyle that's going to, they're going to live long, they're going to be healthy, this is someone who runs every day and they eat healthy and they don't smoke, they don't drink. That's going to be one of their best clients. All right, so we're going to take a quick little break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about some common misunderstandings, some real life scenarios, and then we'll do a little reflection, and then we'll get out of here. So quick break. Peace out.
You all in my face. I need you all in my face, yeah. And I need you touching all over my body. Yeah, I want you, 'cause I know I don't see no other options. All I see is you, and I don't want nobody else. 'Cause you got the right hold on to. Almost too good to be true. Look no further, yeah, I'm the one for you. Come me closer, yeah, let me talk to you. Don't you act like you don't need this. You came here to receive this. Cause when I look in your eyes, there's way more to you. And I don't want nobody else. Cause you got the right idea. Touch on me once, touch on me twice. I dare you. You got me that look and told me to come here. Let's get hot, hotter than a sun. Asking all these questions like who I came with. When I look into your eyes, we on that same shit. We be on that dance floor, give me tight grip. I can have you working the whole night shift, yeah. You really advise, be more than a woman. I ain't gonna leave in the morning, look. I can be your root, yeah. Anything you need, baby, turn the lights on so you can see you're fucking with a real one. Things you've been through, I done been through. Used to be a player till I benched you. Hold up, acting no shy. Don't be scared to get this number. You can be my new team for the summer. Give a Leah vibes, be more than a woman. I ain't gonna leave in the morning. Acting no shy, don't be scared to get this number. You can be my new team for the summer. Give a Leah vibes, be more than a woman. Cause I know I don't see no other options. All I see is you, and I don't want nobody else. Other options, all I see is you, and I don't want nobody else. Cause you got the right idea. Touch on me once, touch on me twice. Don't be no other options. All I want is you. Invest. I'ma show you I'm the best. Yeah. I'ma show you I'm the best. Get with me, I'll invest. Get with me, I'll invest. I'ma show you I'm the best. Yeah. I'ma show you I'm the best. Get with me, I'll invest. Get with me, I'll invest. And I'ma get it poppin'. And I can take you shopping. With me, there's no stopping, hey. With me, there's no stopping. There's no stopping, I'ma hold you in my arms. Harvest cold, now it's warm. And baby, we can beat the storm. Loving you like Boston George. And darling, you my moon, hey. Yeah, you show me the light. Get with me, I'll treat you right, and I'll treat you right. Now she wanna rock and she wanna roll. Baby, I won't bend and I won't fold. And I can get you now, your heart I stole. Your heart I stole. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I want you. I'ma show you I'm the best, yeah. I'ma show you I'm the best. Get with me, I'll invest. Get with me, I'll invest. I'ma show you I'm the best. Yeah. I'ma show you I'm the best. Get with me, I'll invest. Get with me, I'll invest. And I'ma get it poppin'. And I can take you shopping. With me, there's no stopping. Hey. With me, there's no stopping. We can hit the lotto, lotto, lotto. We can pop a bottle, bottle, bottle. You're looking like a model, model, model. Model, hey. Invest. The best. Invest. Hey.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
All right, we're back. You are listening to More Life with Mr. West. I am a licensed insurance broker and pre-need professional right here in Vegas. And today we're talking about, this series we're talking about life insurance and how it actually works. Right today we're just getting into some of the basics of life insurance. And so right now we're going to talk about what are some common misunderstandings about life insurance. And if you're listening on Instagram, you can go ahead and leave me a comment. So let's talk about one of the misconceptions about insurance is life insurance is only for old people. That's not true. Life insurance is for everybody, just like pre-need insurance is for everybody. You don't know when you're going to go. My little saying is tomorrow could easily become today. Old, young, everybody can benefit from life insurance. Like I said, I work closely with the funeral home, and we've seen little kids come in there, that have passed away from getting hit by cars and all kind of, strange things. If they have life insurance, that could help take care of some of the bills that come up because of that. And then, of course, older people can benefit from it too. Another misconception is that it's too expensive. No, it's not. It's expensive when you get older. If you wait until you are sick to try to start planning for this stuff, yes, it's going to be expensive. And some of the insurance products are just naturally expensive. Like IULs are naturally just higher because of the investment feature that's attached to it. They're just higher. But if you're doing this stuff while you're healthy and while you're young, no, it's not going to be expensive. Some people say I'm healthy, so I don't need it. That's not true. That's not true. You don't know when you're gonna go. You may not pass away from health complications. There's accidents happen all the time. Like I told you got kids that got hit by cars. You could be in a car accident. It could be a car accident that's not your fault. It's just be a drunk driver or somebody just not paying attention. That runs into you. There's all sorts of things that could happen that are not your fault and that are not health related. My job coverage is enough. No, your job coverage is not enough. Well, I'll say this: it depends on your position at your job. Most like entry level positions or even middle management positions, the life insurance is not a lot. It's not. It wouldn't be enough to cover like a mortgage or college tuition or anything like that. It wouldn't be enough for that. But when you get into those higher positions, at a big company, like your VP or something like that, they do put bigger insurance policies on you. But of course, they're the beneficiary of these bigger insurance policies. The company is, because they want to make sure that when you pass away, that they can recoup the money that you used to make them. So depending on what your job position is, it may or may not be enough coverage. But for most folks, it's not. They're usually lower ranges, like $20,000 or $30,000, and that will typically cover like a funeral service and then a few months of bills, and then that's it. Your family is going to be, trying to figure out how to replace your income. I can wait until later. Obviously, you can't. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow could easily become today. You cannot wait. This is something that you need to get probably today. You need to get it today. You just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. I could walk out this door right now and something could happen to me. But I know that my son is taken care of. The key point, the key takeaway from, this is, you don't wait. That's the key point. Don't wait. And the longer you wait, the bigger the risk is. And the bigger the risk, the more expensive it is. The more expensive your premium payments will be. All right. Let's go into some real life scenarios. We got scenario A, we got scenario B, we got scenario C. Scenario A is a young family loses a primary income earner unexpectedly. So what does that family do? They don't have a plan. They don't have an insurance plan. They don't have a pre-need plan. They don't have any of these things happening. It's a young family. So just imagine a husband and wife and maybe 2 kids. The 2 kids, they still need things that kids need. Toys, clothes, food, school stuff. School supplies, summer vacation, whatever. They still need all those things, and they still need, you want your kids to go to college, and you ideally want to be able to pay for it, unless they get like a scholarship or something like that. You want to be able to pay for it for them. When that and then the wife is now taking on. She's probably gonna have to take on a second or maybe even third job. And she's going to take on all the bills, now she's taking on all the responsibility for the kids, getting them to and from school and everything associated with that. So, this person, they don't have a life insurance plan and he passed away, and now you're leaving your family in just a bad situation to be in. You don't want to leave your family in that type of situation. So get your life insurance plan together. Scenario B, someone waits too long and becomes uninsurable, or they face very high costs. So like we were talking about before, don't wait. Don't wait until you're sick or you're getting older. We're all getting older every day. Don't wait until, these things happen, because yes, it will be more expensive. I did a quote for somebody who, I think they were like 45 or 46 years old, and the policy premium was like $200 and something, maybe $240, $250. But when they were in their 30s, it was under $100. So, had they kept that plan going, they would have just been paying their $30 or whatever per month. But they waited until they got older, and now it's more expensive. So, you can become uninsurable as well. If you're too sick or if you're, too old, you can become uninsurable, and then you just don't get anything. You have no plan. You don't even have the option to pay per month, or the option to pay a higher bill to just get something for your family. So just, don't wait. Scenario C is a family has coverage in place and is financially protected during a difficult time. So this family, dad, mom, 2 kids, they set it up, man. They sat down and they put a plan together, and they figured out how much money how much money they would need if one of them passed away, and for how long, the family would need that for. And it happened, and the family's taken care of. The mortgage is paid for, the cars are paid off. There's some money set aside for a college tuition, and maybe to help a kid, or help the mom start a business if she wanted to do something like that. So the main thing is that, you know, life insurance, it doesn't stop pain, but it can help ease some of the financial devastation that might happen. So it's important to get the plan together. This is one thing that this is a little bit off topic here, but I was speaking to another advisor, and he was telling me that one of the things that families do, and like I said, this is something you would have to go sit with an attorney. You'd have to go sit with probably an estate planner, estate planning attorney, and come up with this sort of scheme. Okay, this plan. But the beneficiaries are, what he was saying was that people don't set up their family members as the beneficiary. They set up the trust as a beneficiary. And then so let's just say it's $100,000 policy, $100,000 policy. Your trust is set up as the beneficiary. And what they do is they set a firm, a fund manager, with instructions as the trustee over the trust. And then their job is to invest the life insurance payout for the family. So they're taking the $100,000, they're putting it in something like, they're usually putting it in an index fund. So like S&P 500 or something like that, the NASDAQ, something like that. They're putting it in that, and often it may be like 3 different funds that they're putting it in. Maybe part of it is a little risky. Maybe like 10 or 15% is a little risky, and then you got the bulk usually goes to like S&P 500, and then maybe they'll put some in NASDAQ. But anyways, those companies are paying out dividends typically every quarter. And so what's happening is they're paying out that dividend. The family's receiving the dividend because the trust has instructions for the trustee to pay the dividend to the family members. And so they're just living off of the life insurance policy. They're living off the trust. These are trust fund babies. So they're just living off the interest from the death benefit. That blew my mind. I'm like, okay, that's what a real trust fund baby is. Okay. And so, I don't have my trust set up yet, but I will get it set up, and there will be instructions for my son to receive those interest payments, and he'll get not all of it. I want to leave some of it in there. I want to get some compounding interest for him. So I'll leave if it's, let's just say if it's 4% that we're getting back, I'm going to leave at least 2%, and then he'll get paid 2%. And then if he decides he wants to get married, maybe he gets a bonus, for that. If he buys a house, he gets a bonus. If he starts a business, he gets a bonus. He goes to college, he gets a bonus. So those will be some of the incentives for him throughout the trust that he can get some money, and of course he'll, be a married man with a house and a business and all these kind of things. And that's which is all great for him and great for his family. But so we'll actually get more into that later in this series, okay? Because we're really gonna get into breaking down the different types of products. This is just like a basics walkthrough for everybody. But I wanted to go over this reflection section here, and it's these are things that you really need to ask yourself. If something happened to me tomorrow, who would be affected financially? So you got to look at all the people that are dependent on you. Who would be affected financially? Would your family be protected? Do you fully understand the coverage that you already have if you have one? Okay. Take a look. Who's financially affected by you? By you passing away? And would you want to continue to support them after you passed away? That's something to consider when you're deciding how much life insurance you want, how many people are affected. Is your family going to be protected? Like I mentioned before, there's different accessories or riders that go along with the life insurance plan. One of them is mortgage protection. So when you pass away, you don't have to assign anything for this to happen. But if you have mortgage protection, then they're going to pay for your house. They're going to pay your house off. And I think I heard Greg talking about this on his show before, about making sure that your next of kin. Well, we can't tell you what to do, but some good advice is making sure your next of kin is on the deed. So when you pass away, you leave something for them, leave the house to them. I think that's what Greg was saying. So is your family protected? Do you fully understand all of the coverage that you already have? If you don't, you can sit down with me. Sit down with me, and we can go over your plan. Call me. See, you could DM me on Instagram. You can message me on Facebook. Ask me the questions. Ask me. What does this mean on my insurance policy? I think Greg was asking me about accidental death and dismemberment. He was saying he wasn't sure. He was saying, isn't that automatically included in the plan? No, it's not. Nothing's automatically included. Every carrier is different. They add different things on there. So you really need to look through that, because say you do get in an accident, okay, that's not covered if you don't have that on there. Or some of these companies, they all have contestability periods, and one of them is one of them that I saw is suicide's not covered within the first 2 years. So they're all different. They all have these different little stipulations, and you need to know what they are. I hope that no one is thinking about committing suicide. I hope that's not on anybody's mind. But these companies, they do have stipulations against something like that. So, anyways, that's really it for the show today. Like I said, next week, we're going to talk about why people get life insurance. And then we're going to start getting into the different products on week 3, like term and permanent, and different types of permanent products like whole and universal life and index IULs and variables. And then we'll get into like how much coverage you really need. So before we get out of here, just, this show is More Life with Mr. Wes. I am your host, Mr. Wes. I'm a licensed insurance broker and pre-need professional right here in Las Vegas. And if this helped you out in any way, reach out to me. If it helps you out, if you have questions, or you just want to reach out about something, you can contact me on Instagram at wes.morelife. That's wes.morelife. You can also reach me on Facebook at Wes Wiley. And I'll be more than happy to go over all this stuff with you. If you have a plan that you already have, I'd be more than happy to look at that with you and break it down for you. Like I said, next episode, we're talking about why people get life insurance, maybe some of the different goals that life insurance can serve, and we'll probably go over that part again about the trust being the beneficiary. But anyways, always remember, we're having real conversations about life, planning, and the decisions that shape our future. That's it. Peace out.